I am about leaving the hospital with the mindset that the next day I should be resting. Just for them to tell me that, hello, Mercy, your midwife will be coming to your house tomorrow to check on you and your baby. But like, seriously, what is the midwife doing in my house immediately after birth? Am I really comfortable with it or not? Do I want them to come again? I'm going to be telling you that on this video, and I'm going to be telling you what they do when they visit. Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Nurses Lecture Room. My name is Mercy Mary, popularly known as the Nurse with a Difference, and I make learning easy and accessible for all my viewers. Today, I'm going to be talking about the various visits the midwives do in the UK immediately after birth. So, after you give birth in the hospital, you are discharged from the hospital. Let's assume you are discharged from the hospital today. The next day, which is tomorrow, you're going to be expecting a midwife in your house. Yes, so it's like day 1, you're going to be expecting your midwife. Day 5, you're going to be expecting your midwife. And also day 10, you are going to be expecting your midwife. You may want to ask, what are they doing when they visit? The first one, which is the day 1, when they visit, they come to check for you and your baby. They just want to make sure you and your baby is fine. They ask you a series of questions. How are you feeling? How is your mental health? How's your emotional health? How are you coping? Are you coping good with breastfeeding? How's breastfeeding like? The first day, they usually ask a series of questions, especially about breastfeeding and also emotional well-being and also your emotional health. Then they also check for the baby. They ask, how many napkins have your babies, have you changed? Does your baby wet the napkins? Is it pooing? What's the color of the poo? They really want to know about the welfare of your baby and also the welfare of you as a mother. Not just the physical aspects, but also your emotional well-being, because they believe that pregnancy, delivery, and childbirth comes with a lot. They just want to make sure you are emotionally stable and also emotionally balanced. They also check the eyes of the baby to ensure that there is no jaundice. So when they do these checks, that gives them a clue to know, okay, if you are okay or not. And if you have a vaginal tear or an episiotomy, the midwife check just to make sure that your wound is healing, just to make sure that there is no sign of infection down there. So that is what they do in day 1. So after day 1, before the midwife leaves, the midwife is going to tell you, if you have any challenges, if you have any doubts, if you have any concerns, if you have any bleeding, just give us a call and we will be here for you. And the funniest thing is that after day 1, they left. My child was having yellowish discoloration in the eyes, which is a sign that jaundice could be knocking on the door. This happened to my first child and also my second child. So what I did on that day was to call the midwife immediately. And while I called them, they immediately sought out a midwife to come to my house to do the bilirubin check, just to make sure that the child is not suffering from jaundice or is not in the borderline for jaundice. So they came to my house that same day. They checked the jaundice level, they checked the bilirubin level, and saw that everything was fine. And when the midwife was also leaving, she said, if you have any concern, don't forget to let us know. Now, let's talk about the day 5 visit. When the midwife come for the day 5 visit, they ask the usual questions. The questions that they asked when they visited during the day 1. They ask all of these questions. They check for your physical and emotional well-being as usual. They also bring their scale. For day 1, they don't bring their scale to check the baby's weight. But for day 5, they come with their weighing scale just to weigh your baby. Because for day 5, they expect that your baby should have lost a little amount of weight. It's expected after they've left the womb, they're supposed to lose a little amount of weight. Yes, it's expected. But for my both kids, they didn't really lose weight. It was 0.1% weight loss. And the midwife usually applaud my feeding skills and like, it's fine. Then I was having challenges with breastfeeding. So the midwife guided me through on proper breastfeeding techniques, which has been helping me. The method which the midwife actually taught me. And on that same day 5, they do the heel prick test. Yes, your baby is being pricked on the heel and the samples is being put on a sheet of paper with your baby's name and all the details on it. So what the midwife said was that when they take this sample, they allow it to dry. After the samples are dried up, they put it like an envelope, then they send it to the lab, like an email, like a message, and sending it to the lab for them to examine. And this heel prick test actually check for 9 diseases. I'm going to be shooting a video to talk about the 9 diseases that this heel prick test does. So that is what the midwife do on the day 5. So on the day 10 visit, they do something similar, but they don't do the hip prick test, and they don't also they don't do the hip prick test, but they do everything they do in day 1 and day 5. So if they see you are healthy, your baby is healthy, there is nothing of concern, they officially discharge you from their daily visit. But if something is worrying, something is disturbing, maybe your child's weight, maybe you as a mother is not fine, they will also continue visits. They will fix some more visits for you. But if you are healthy, your baby is fine, they will ask you, are you happy for us to discharge you from the midwife space? They will say, okay. But they will still tell you, if you have any concern, if you have any doubt, don't forget to call the maternity assessment unit. So these are the 3 visits the midwife usually visits a new mom. Yes, these are the visits a midwife usually visits the new mom. So if you are planning to give birth in the UK, or you're giving birth in the UK, expect the midwife to visit you these 3 days. So for me, you want to ask, are you okay with it? Sincerely, I'm okay with it, because it gives me this relief that at least they are checking my baby, they are checking my wound, they're checking me to know I'm okay. And if there's any concern, it is easy for them to actually notice it and also tackle it as soon as possible. So I'm excited. I feel it's luxury for them to come around to check my baby and also me as the mother. And there's something they keep asking. They'll ask you, can you come to the hospital? Like, they'll ask if you can come to the center for them to check you on day 5 and also day 10. But they'll tell you, if you can't, just let us know, we're going to come. So for the first day 1 and day 5, I could not. For the day 1, they are definitely going to come. But day 5, they'll ask you. So midwife will ask you, do you want to come or do you want us to come? For day 10, I told them I was going to come, but it's not yet day 10 yet. It's almost my day 10. I'm shooting this video. All right. So I'm happy because my baby is fine and I am also fine. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to share with a friend if you got value. For all my returning subscribers, this is Nurse Mercy saying thank you. Bye and see you in our next video.